We'll talk about whether his kit is good or not, whether he's worth the hype or not. But why is everybody saying he is a pirate? He is not a pirate. This is obviously a gypsy bard. Look at him, guys. Like everything, his clothes and everything. This guy is just a gypsy. He's not a pirate at all. Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. This is the hot topic of today. Armanz the Magnificent, our next fusion that's going to be starting next week. So this is our March fusion. Is he actually as good as everyone is hyping about right now? Or is it just for the videos? Let's talk about it. Let's analyze his kit. Let's figure out how good he really is and how useful he will be to you early game and mid game. On his A1, he has a very good chance of increasing the cooldown of like an enemy skill by 2 turns. So this is a hit. This is an attack. He's magic. Just the only caveat here is that he might weak hit against forced champions, but he will strong hit against champs like Duchess, and this will need accuracy. This champ is all about speed and accuracy. So great A1 to start, not 100%, 55%, but yeah, okay, that's good. A2, his A2 and A3 is what everyone is hyping about. So his A2 actually on a 3-turn cooldown. This is very low cooldown for his A2 and also his A3 on such powerful skills. So his A2 basically is going to steal the turn meter of everyone from the enemy's team. So basically he's resetting their turn meter to 0. If they are not sheeped, okay, sheep aside, yeah, that's a turn meter steal that will make him take an actual like 2 turns in a row. What does that mean? That this skill is actually on a 2-turn cooldown, because he's going to do it when he's booked, of course. He's going to do it and then he's going to do whatever other skills that he will do, and then in 2 turns it's available again. What's even stronger is that he's putting stun on everyone. What this means is that this skill is actually on a 1-turn cooldown if everybody is stunned, because he will push back their turn meter, he will stun them all, and then by the time they like get out of the stun and get their turn meter back, he'll build them fast and accurate. He will be back to this. So he will keep like just hitting everyone and controlling them. He's an amazing control champ. Is he game breaking? No, I'll tell you about the details early and late game in a bit, but let's just continue to his A3, which is also very powerful. So he places a sheep debuff exactly like Wukong. So this is our second champ, if I'm not mistaken, that places sheep debuff. Why would he be good for arena? Because he's magic. Wukong was doing an amazing job with that. But Wukong does it with a hit, if I remember correctly. Let's open the game and check actually. Wukong's A2, sorry, is a hit. Okay, so I was right about this. What does that mean? That it can weak hit against magic champions like Rotos, for example, one of the good counters for Wukong because of the weak affinity there. This guy is magic, so depending if you're trying to build like a variation of arena teams, this guy will help you with like probably the spirit and magic affinities. This guy actually will work on all affinities because he places the sheep debuff. It's not even a hit, so he cannot weak hit. If he got enough accuracy, he's going to place the sheep. And as we all know, sheep can be placed on stone skin targets. So this guy is an amazing. Let's go through what he will do there. So he will sheep someone. That's going to be UDK. That's going to be Necrit on the other team. And then has a 100% chance when booked to remove all buffs from all enemies. So this is a buff strip. So basically your sheep UDK and then buff strip everyone. Why is this good with his A2? Because he can be used in multiple ways. All of his skills need speed and accuracy. So depending on which team you're facing in arena, you'll either start open with the A3 or the A2. And then the passive there is that when a sheep debuff is removed or expires on an enemy, increase the cooldown of the skill. So basically, you're killing the enemy team. He'll sheep someone, they will get out of sheep, and boom, their skills are on cooldown. They cannot do anything. So he will be very good in arena. Late game, of course, because of like the debuffs and everything, he will be like subject to polymorph himself. Is he game breaking? Is he like the best fusion ever? Will he change the game forever? I think that these are all hype titles for the video. Even my title is trying to get you to click into it, but he will be very strong. Is he a must-do fusion? I would say, like, I always tell you, there is no must-do fusions. Like, Emek was amazing. Newt was amazing. This guy is amazing. But if you don't have the resources, you don't have the resources. Just relax. The game is depending too much on FOMO right now that you're being pushed to do all events. So just relax. If you have the resources, if with a bit of stress, even without like breaking anything, your time, your personal life, your budget or whatever, this guy is great. Go for him. The other aspect, of course, is that this guy with his stuns and his turn meter push, he will also be helpful early and mid game in PvE. Anything with waves. He won't work with bosses unless the boss can be, like, turn meter can be manipulated, like Fire Knight, especially that he gets back to this really quickly. Like, this guy is usable on Fire Knight lower stages, also with Spider, for example, especially with the stun. So he will steal the turn meter of the big spider and the spiderlings and stun all the spiderlings, so he'll be your control in an HP burn strategy, for example. So this guy will be good early to mid game, both in arena and in PvE. Late game, of course, he's going to be an arena specialist. Is he really that good? Yes, he's very good, but like, yeah, he's not game breaking in any way. There is lots of counters for speed teams. There is lots of counters for this. If you have a cleanser on the other team like Pythion or Mithrala with high resistance, you can counter this guy, basically. Any proper go second team with high resistance can be a counter to this guy. So he's really good, but let's tune down the hype just a little bit. So my verdict or my advice for this guy, he's one of the really good fusions, and he's going to be a traditional fusion. So we'll get the epics from fragments, then rank them up to get this guy. It's going to be a tough fusion. If you are considering opening your shards, your sacred specifically, this weekend, for Aslin or for the Archer Hunter, if you didn't get her yet, please reconsider. The thing is, you either get a slight chance, even with the 2x and 10x, of getting the champs you want, or you save your shards, especially if you're low on them, and get a guaranteed chance of getting this champ. Start saving gems, start saving energy refills, use everything you can to get this guy. As soon as the fusion drops next week on Thursday, usually, I will go through the plan and we'll figure out together whether they will make it impossible hard for you to chase this one unless you buy packs, or if it's going to be doable with resources that you've saved if you are in game, or if you saved your resources for a long time. Thank you for tuning in today. I'll see you on the next one.